In the remote heights of the Andes, where the air is thin and the shadows long, lies a fortress that defies explanation, a place where myth and reality intertwine, and the echoes of a lost civilization whisper on the wind. Sak Saiwan, a name that resonates with power and mystery. Its colossal walls, built from stones weighing hundreds of tons, stand as a testament to an ancient knowledge that seems to defy the laws of time and physics. How did a civilization without modern tools, without even the wheel, construct such a marvel? Did they possess a forgotten technology, or were they aided by forces beyond our comprehension? Join us as we journey into the heart of the Andes to explore the enigmatic ruins of Sak Saiwan, a place where the past refuses to remain silent, and where the secrets of a lost world may finally be revealed.
In the heart of the Andes Mountains, cloaked in the veils of history and myth, stands a fortress that defies explanation. Welcome to Sak Saiwan, an ancient stronghold perched high above the former Inca capital of Cusco. This monumental structure challenges everything we know about the capabilities of early civilizations. Imagine colossal stones, some weighing over 200 tons, intricately carved and fitted together without a single drop of mortar. The precision is astounding. Not even a blade of grass can slip between the stones. Modern machinery would struggle to lift these boulders, yet they were maneuvered into place by a civilization that, according to mainstream history, lacked the wheel, iron tools, and even a written language. How did they accomplish such a feat? As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Sak Saiwan, we find ourselves questioning everything we thought we knew about the Inca and their predecessors. The fortress not only showcases advanced engineering, but also embodies a profound understanding of astronomy and cosmology. The zigzagging walls are believed to represent the teeth of a puma, a sacred animal in Inca mythology, aligning the structure with symbolic and celestial elements. Beneath the surface, legends whisper of a time before the Inca, when a lost civilization possessed knowledge and technologies now forgotten. Central to these tales is Viracocha, a deity revered as the creator of all things. According to lore, Viracocha and his companions taught the people essential skills, including advanced stone masonry and architecture. Could these myths be echoes of a real, advanced society that predated the Inca Empire? Archaeological evidence adds weight to these legends. The Quilque culture, which inhabited the region from 900 to 1200 AD, constructed structures near Sak Saiwan, hinting at their possible involvement in its early stages. The architectural style of the fortress differs significantly from typical Inca constructions, featuring megalithic stones with up to 12 angles, perfectly fitted together, a level of sophistication unseen in other Inca sites. The fortress's alignment with celestial events further deepens the enigma. During the winter solstice, the sun's rays align precisely with specific angles of the walls, coinciding with Inti Raymi, the festival of the sun. This suggests that Sak Saiwan was not merely a military stronghold, but also served ceremonial and astronomical purposes. The expansive open spaces and strategically placed structures may have functioned as observatories where priests and astronomers monitored celestial movements, integrating their observations into agricultural planning and religious ceremonies. Yet, one of the most baffling aspects remains. How were these enormous stones quarried, transported and assembled with such precision? The Inca did not have the wheel or draft animals capable of moving such weights. Some theories suggest they used ropes, levers, and sheer manpower, but these explanations often fall short of accounting for the site's complexity and the sophistication of its construction techniques. Intriguing features like scoop-like marks on the stones, bulging faces, and mysterious protrusions known as nubs add to the puzzle. These characteristics are not only unique, but also consistent across other megalithic sites worldwide. hinting at a possible connection or shared knowledge among ancient civilizations. The scoop marks suggest advanced tools or methods of stone softening, while the bulging stones and nubs may have served structural or symbolic purposes yet to be fully understood. Scientific investigations have proposed various theories. Some suggest the stones are geopolymers, an ancient form of concrete poured into molds. In 2012, a team of Russian geophysicists analyzed the limestone and found anomalies that support this idea. They hypothesized that the limestone was crushed, heated in extensive bonfires, and then molded into shape. However, questions remain. If the stones were molded, why create such massive blocks? And how did these materials withstand earthquakes that toppled newer constructions? Geological studies offer another perspective. The nearby Rodadero Formation, known for historical volcanic activity, may have subjected the limestone to intense heat, causing recrystallization. This could explain the stone's durability and precise fit, but it raises new questions. What technology could ancient builders have used to harness such heat, and how did they apply it so effectively? As we explore these possibilities, we must consider the legends of the Viracochas. Could these stories be more than myth? Did an advanced civilization, perhaps with knowledge of manipulating stone at a molecular level, pass down their techniques to the Inca? The reverence the Inca had for Sak Saiwan suggests they viewed it as part of a sacred heritage, possibly inherited from their predecessors. Spanish chroniclers noted that even the Inca spoke of the fortress as a legacy from a time before their own. Standing before the towering walls of Sak Saiwan, one can't help but feel a connection to a distant past, a past where the lines between myth and reality blur. The fortress challenges us to rethink our understanding of history and the capabilities of ancient societies. The architectural anomalies, combined with astronomical alignments and unexplained construction techniques, suggest that Sak Saiwan is more than a mere relic of Inca ingenuity. Nestled in the fertile Bekaa Valley of Lebanon lies the ancient city of Balbeck, a crossroads of civilizations for over 9 millennia. Known to the Phoenicians, Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, and Arabs, Balbeck has been a sacred site, a cultural hub, and an architectural marvel throughout history. Yet, it wasn't until the 19th century that Western scholars began to systematically explore its wonders. As archaeologists delved deeper, they encountered structures that seemed to defy the known capabilities of ancient engineering, igniting intrigue and debate that continue to this day. At the heart of Balbeck stands the imposing Temple of Jupiter, one of the largest and most magnificent temples of the Roman Empire. This colossal edifice is remarkable not only for its grandeur, but for the foundation upon which it rests, a platform built from megalithic stones of staggering proportions. Central to this mystery are the 3 stones known as the trilithon. Each stone measures approximately 19.5 meters in length, 4.3 meters in height and width, and weighs between 800 and 1,000 tons. To put this into perspective, each stone weighs as much as 3 fully loaded Boeing 747 airplanes, or 166 African elephants. Just 800 meters from the temple site lies the ancient quarry, revealing even larger monoliths. Among them is the famed Stone of the Pregnant Woman, estimated to weigh around 1,000 tons, and another colossal stone discovered in 2014, weighing approximately 1,650 tons. These stones remain partially embedded in the bedrock, as if abandoned by their creators, a silent testament to ambitions perhaps too great even for the ancients. The precision with which the megaliths of Balbeck were carved and placed is astounding. Despite the rudimentary tools available, bronze chisels, stone hammers, and wooden levers, the stones were cut so precisely that they fit together seamlessly, without the use of mortar. The methods used to transport and position these massive stones remain a subject of debate among scholars. As we move from the known to the unknown, the mystery deepens. How did ancient builders move such enormous stones over uneven terrain? Theories abound. Some suggest the use of sledges and rollers, employing thousands of workers or beasts of burden to haul the stones along prepared roads. Others propose the construction of earthen ramps and the use of pulleys and capstans, leveraging physics and human ingenuity. Recent discoveries have shed light on possible techniques. Excavations have uncovered traces of ancient pathways and tool marks, indicating the use of levers and ropes in a highly coordinated effort. Yet, even with these insights, the full scope of the engineering feat remains elusive. 19th century French archaeologist Ernest Renan marveled at Balbeck's grandeur, stating, "In Balbeck, we find stones of a size truly astonishing, and their placement challenges our understanding of ancient capabilities." His words encapsulate the awe that Balbeck inspires, a wonder that transcends time. Delving deeper into Balbeck's mysteries, alternative theories emerge, adding layers to the mystery. Some researchers propose that the site's alignment with celestial bodies indicates a sophisticated understanding of astronomy and astrology. The temple complex's orientation toward the rising sun during the summer solstice, for instance, suggests intentional design linking the earthly to the divine. Local legends enrich the tapestry of Balbeck's history. Stories passed down through generations speak of giants or divine beings who constructed these monumental structures. One village elder recounts, "Our ancestors tell of a time when the gods themselves laid these stones, their power beyond what any mortal could muster." Whether myth or metaphor, these tales reflect the profound impact Balbeck has had on the human imagination. The cultural significance of Balbeck is as vast as its stones. The site is a palimpsest of civilizations, Phoenician, Greek, Roman, Byzantine, and Islamic, each leaving its indelible mark upon the city. The Romans, recognizing the sacredness of the location, built the Temple of Jupiter atop earlier ruins, integrating the massive megaliths into their grand design. This layering of history adds to Balbeck's enigmatic allure and underscores its role as a nexus of religious and cultural exchange. In recent years, advances in archaeological methods have provided new insights. The discovery of additional artifacts and structural elements has revealed underground chambers and subterranean passages, suggesting that Balbeck may have had multiple layers of significance, both practical and ceremonial. Researchers have also employed ground-penetrating radar and 3D imaging to uncover hidden features, further deepening our understanding of the site's complexity. As twilight descends over the Bakar Valley, the colossal stones of Balbeck cast long shadows, bridging the chasm between antiquity and the present. They stand as silent sentinels, guarding the secrets of a civilization that pushed the boundaries of possibility. Their very presence prompts us to reflect on the ingenuity and determination of those who came before us. Historian and author Andrew Chugg observes, "Balbeck compels us to rethink the capabilities of ancient societies. The scale and precision of its construction challenge our assumptions about what was possible in antiquity." His insights remind us that history often holds more surprises than we anticipate. Our exploration of Balbeck's mysteries is ongoing. Each new discovery illuminates a fragment of the past while casting new shadows of uncertainty. Were these monumental efforts a testament to human determination alone? Or do they hint at knowledge lost to the annals of history? As we continue to investigate, Balbeck remains an enduring symbol of human potential and the relentless quest to understand our origins. What if the largest city of the ancient world lay hidden beneath the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, its colossal structures and intricate artistry forgotten by time? Deep in Cambodia, the magnificent Angkor Wat stands not just as a temple, but as a gateway to a civilization shrouded in mystery and grandeur. In 1860, French explorer Henri Mouhot ventured into the uncharted forests of Cambodia. Amidst the towering trees and tangled vines, he stumbled upon something extraordinary: a sprawling temple complex with soaring spires and exquisite carvings. Astonished, he wrote, One of these temples, a rival to that of Solomon and erected by some ancient Michelangelo, might take an honorable place beside our most beautiful buildings. His discovery of Angkor Wat unveiled to the Western world a civilization whose achievements rivaled the greatest empires known. Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument on Earth, covering over 162 hectares. Built in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II, it was dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu before transforming into a Buddhist temple. The temple's 5 central towers symbolize the peaks of Mount Meru, the sacred mountain at the center of the Hindu universe. Its walls are adorned with over 2,000 intricately carved apsaras, celestial dancers, each one unique, capturing moments of divine grace and beauty. But Angkor Wat is just the beginning. Nearby lies Angkor Thom, the last capital of the Khmer Empire, established by King Jayavarman VII. At its heart stands the enigmatic Bayon Temple, famous for its massive stone faces, gazing serenely in all directions. Taproam, another jewel of this ancient city, is entangled in the roots of giant silk cotton trees, a haunting reminder of nature's reclaim over man-made marvels. Further afield, Banteay Srey, built of red sandstone, showcases some of the finest carvings in Khmer art, so delicate they've been called a precious gem. For centuries, the true scale of this civilization remained hidden, but recent advances have peeled back the layers of time. Using LiDAR technology, light detection and ranging, scientists have mapped the landscape beneath the jungle canopy. This revolutionary technology can penetrate dense vegetation, revealing the contours of the ground below. What they've found is astounding. Angkor was not just a collection of temples, but part of a vast urban complex, possibly the largest pre-industrial city in the world, supporting up to 1 million inhabitants. This brings us to a fascinating theory: Angkor as a hydraulic city. Scholars propose that the Khmer Empire's success was due in large part to its sophisticated water management system. Massive reservoirs called barays, some measuring 8 kilometers long and holding up to 50 million cubic meters of water, collected and distributed water through an intricate network of canals, moats, and spillways. This system wasn't merely for irrigation. It regulated floods, supported multiple rice harvests annually, and was integral to urban planning and religious symbolism. Imagine the ingenuity required to build such a system without modern machinery. The Khmer engineers demonstrated a deep understanding of hydrology and engineering. The West Baray and East Baray were marvels of their time, enabling the cultivation of multiple rice crops per year and supporting a thriving population. The canals connected temples, residential areas, and farmlands, reflecting a city meticulously planned with both practicality and spirituality in mind. But how were the colossal stones of Angkor Wat transported and assembled? The primary material was sandstone from the Kulin Hills, located about 40 kilometers away. Over 5 million tons of stone were quarried, a monumental task. The Khmer devised an ingenious solution. They utilized the waterways. During the rainy season, when water levels were high, stones were loaded onto rafts made from buoyant bamboo and logs. These rafts floated down the Siem Reap River and through a network of canals directly to the construction site. The artistry didn't stop with construction. The temple walls are alive with bas-reliefs depicting mythological scenes, battles, and daily life. Nearly 1,000 square meters of these carvings tell stories from the Ramayana and Mahabharata, bringing to life gods, demons, and heroes. Each Apsara carving is unique, showcasing the high level of artistic expression and attention to detail that defined Khmer craftsmanship. Yet, despite all this sophistication, the Khmer Empire eventually declined. Environmental changes offer some clues. Studies suggest that prolonged droughts followed by intense monsoons in the 14th and 15th centuries may have overwhelmed the hydraulic system. The very infrastructure that supported their rise could not adapt to drastic climate variability, leading to agricultural failure and weakening the empire's stability. The use of LiDAR has not only revolutionized our understanding of Angkor, but has also transformed archaeology globally. Similar technology has uncovered hidden Mayan cities in Guatemala and unknown structures around Stonehenge in the United Kingdom. By revealing what was once invisible, LiDAR allows us to rediscover lost chapters of human history. UNESCO has called Angkor one of the most important archaeological sites in Southeast Asia. It's more than ruins. It's a living chronicle of a civilization's zenith, ingenuity, and complex relationship with the environment. As we delve deeper, we uncover lessons about sustainability, innovation, and the impermanence of even the greatest human achievements. So, what if the true legacy of Angkor Wat isn't just in its stones and carvings, but in the questions it raises about our own civilization? In understanding how the Khmer Empire harnessed nature, celebrated art, and built monuments that touch the sky, we might find insights into how we shape our world today. The secrets of Angkor Wat continue to be unearthed, each discovery peeling back another layer of this enigmatic empire. It's a reminder that history is not just a record of the past, but a mirror reflecting timeless aspects of the human spirit, the drive to create, to explore, and to leave a lasting mark on the world.
Brailsford, along with a small team of explorers, stumbled upon the structure while investigating local Maori legends that spoke of ancient stone constructions hidden deep within the forest. However, the wall's existence had likely been known to local hunters and bushmen for some time, as the area was popular for hunting and trekking. The wall itself is a roughly 10-meter tall structure composed of large, smooth megalithic stone blocks, seemingly fitted together with precision. The blocks, which appear to be rectangular and meticulously arranged in horizontal courses, resemble the kind of stonework associated with ancient megalithic structures found in other parts of the world, such as the Inca walls of Sak Saiwan in Peru or the Cyclopean walls of Mycenae in Greece.
And the rocks themselves bend in a sort of a semicircle around. It may be the shape of some sort of structure.
What makes the Kaimanawa Wall so mysterious is the uncertainty surrounding its origins. Unlike other megalithic structures around the world, which have been studied extensively and often linked to known ancient civilizations, the Kaimanawa Wall exists in a region with no known history of large-scale stone construction. The indigenous Maori people, who have inhabited New Zealand for over 1,000 years, are not known to have built anything resembling this kind of stonework. This has led to much speculation about the wall's builders, with theories ranging from a forgotten pre-Maori civilization to natural geological formations misinterpreted as man-made. When Brailsford and his team first reported the wall, they were met with skepticism from the academic community. Many geologists and archaeologists were quick to dismiss the wall as a natural formation, arguing that the stones were simply a result of volcanic activity, with natural processes such as erosion and faulting giving the appearance of man-made construction. However, this explanation did little to quell the public's fascination with the wall, and amateur archaeologists and alternative historians began to propose more exotic theories. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Kaimanawa Wall is the precision of the stonework. The blocks are estimated to be up to 2 meters long, 1 meter high, and 1 meter deep, with some weighing several tons. The largest blocks are comparable in size to those used in the construction of Stonehenge or the Great Pyramid of Giza, leading to speculation that they could not have been moved or placed without advanced technology or the coordinated efforts of a large workforce. Despite the skepticism from some quarters, the wall's discovery has led to further exploration of the area, revealing additional stone formations that could suggest a larger, more complex structure buried beneath the forest floor. These formations include what appear to be terraces, steps, and other features that are difficult to explain through purely natural processes. Another interesting fact is the wall's orientation. The structure is aligned with the cardinal points, with its longest side facing north, which some researchers believe could indicate a deliberate design, possibly for astronomical or ceremonial purposes. This alignment, combined with the wall's scale and precision, has led to comparisons with other ancient megalithic sites around the world. further fueling theories that it could be evidence of an unknown ancient culture. The stone blocks that make up the Kaimanawa Wall are massive, with an average size of around 2 meters by 1 meter by 1 meter. Each block is estimated to weigh between 3 to 5 tons, depending on its exact dimensions and the density of the stone. To put this into perspective, the average weight of a block used in the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza is around 2.5 tons, while the largest stones used in Stonehenge weigh up to 30 tons. This makes the Kaimanawa Wall stones relatively large compared to many other ancient constructions, particularly given the lack of evidence for large-scale stone quarrying or construction in pre-colonial New Zealand. The sheer size and weight of these stones raise significant questions about how they were moved and placed, especially in a dense forest environment with limited access to the kinds of tools and technologies typically associated with megalithic construction.
A structure that would create so much controversy, a great number of theories would be created as to the very nature of its existence.
The absence of any obvious quarry sites nearby also adds to the mystery, as it is unclear where the stones were sourced from or how they were transported to their current location. One of the most popular alternative theories suggests that the wall is evidence of a pre-Maori civilization that possessed advanced knowledge of stone construction. Proponents of this theory argue that the wall could be the remains of a temple, fortress, or other significant structure built by this lost civilization. However, mainstream geologists argue that the wall is a natural formation, the result of a process known as columnar jointing. This process occurs when lava cools and contracts, forming hexagonal or rectangular columns that can appear to be artificially constructed. While this explanation accounts for the wall's appearance, it does not satisfy those who point to the precision and alignment of the stones as evidence of human involvement. Determining the age of the Kaimanawa Wall has proven to be a significant challenge, primarily due to the lack of organic material associated with the structure that could be radiocarbon dated. Without direct evidence, researchers have had to rely on indirect methods such as geological dating of the surrounding rock formations and the examination of any possible weathering patterns on the stones. Some researchers have suggested that the wall could be several thousand years old, possibly predating the arrival of the Maori in New Zealand around 1,000 years ago. This theory aligns with the idea that the wall is the work of a pre-Maori civilization, although there is no direct evidence to support this claim. Others argue that the wall could be much younger, potentially the result of natural processes occurring within the last few thousand years. One of the most intriguing theories about the Kaimanawa Wall is that it was part of an ancient ceremonial or astronomical site. The wall's alignment with the cardinal points, combined with its apparent precision, has led some researchers to suggest that it could have been used for observing celestial events, such as solstices or equinoxes. This would place it in the same category as other megalithic sites around the world that are believed to have served as ancient observatories. Another theory is that the wall was part of a defensive structure, perhaps a fortress or a boundary wall used to protect a settlement or sacred site. This theory is supported by the wall's imposing height and the apparent difficulty in accessing the site, which would have made it an ideal location for a fortified structure. Some have even suggested that the wall could be a remnant of an ancient roadway or causeway, possibly used for transporting goods or people through the dense forest. This theory is based on the wall's straight, linear design, which could indicate that it was part of a larger network of roads or pathways. One of the most mysterious aspects of the Kaimanawa Wall is the lack of any similar structures in New Zealand or the wider Polynesian region. While there are numerous examples of stone construction throughout the Pacific, including the famous Moai of Easter Island and the Marae of Tahiti, none of these sites resemble the megalithic style of the Kaimanawa Wall. This has led some researchers to speculate that the wall could be evidence of a migration or cultural exchange between New Zealand and other parts of the world, possibly as far afield as South America or Southeast Asia. One particularly interesting theory suggests that the wall could be linked to the ancient legends of Mu or Lemuria, hypothetical lost continents that are said to have once existed in the Pacific Ocean. Proponents of this theory argue that the wall could be a remnant of an advanced civilization that was destroyed in a cataclysmic event, leaving only a few scattered ruins behind. Another coincidence that has fueled speculation is the similarity between the Kaimanawa Wall and certain structures in Japan, particularly the megalithic site of Yonaguni, which lies submerged off the coast of Japan. The Yonaguni structure, like the Kaimanawa Wall, is composed of large, precisely cut stone blocks arranged in a manner that suggests human involvement. Some researchers have suggested that these similarities could indicate a shared cultural or technological origin, possibly dating back to a time when sea levels were lower and these regions were more closely connected. In addition to the Kaimanawa Wall, there have been other intriguing discoveries in the surrounding area that could shed light on the region's ancient history. For example, researchers have found numerous petroglyphs and carvings in the central North Island, some of which depict strange humanoid figures and symbols that do not appear to be of Maori origin. These carvings have led some to speculate that they could be the work of a pre-Maori culture, possibly the same one responsible for the Kaimanawa Wall. Comparisons between the Kaimanawa Wall and other megalithic structures around the world have also provided some intriguing insights. For example, the wall's construction technique bears some resemblance to the Inca stone walls found in Cusco, Peru, where large irregularly shaped stones are fitted together without the use of mortar. While the Kaimanawa Wall's stones are more regular in shape, the precision with which they are fitted together is comparable, leading some researchers to suggest that similar techniques or knowledge could have been used.
It was intended to be a lasting symbol of the dynasty's strength and the emperor's devotion. The primary goal of the Yangshan Quarry was to extract stone of unprecedented size and scale. The stele for the Hongwu Emperor was to stand as the largest of its kind ever created, symbolizing the immense power and enduring legacy of the Ming dynasty. Such a project required not just vast resources, but also a workforce capable of managing the logistical challenges posed by the stone's enormous dimensions. In Imperial China, erecting steles was a deeply cultural act, often associated with honoring divine or royal entities. The Yongle Emperor's project linked him with the divine mandate, ascribing almost celestial reverence to his ancestors and himself, reinforcing his rule as divinely sanctioned. The project was designed to be composed of 3 grand pieces: the base, the body, and the crown. The base was intended to support the enormous weight of the stele, acting both as a physical and symbolic foundation.
Giant, pieces of rocks, they are all gone.
The main portion, or the body of the stele, was planned to be intricately engraved with inscriptions praising the Hongwu Emperor, detailing his accomplishments and virtues. The topmost segment, the crown, was to be elaborately decorated, possibly with dragon motifs or other imperial symbols, embodying the celestial authority of the emperor. The body of the stele itself was planned to exceed 30 meters in length, 13 meters wide, and 10 meters thick, weighing approximately 16,250 metric tons. This stone would have been one of the largest ever carved by human hands. To put it in perspective, this single block of stone weighs as much as about 2,500 adult African elephants, showcasing the monumental ambition of ancient Chinese engineering. Another comparison highlights the scale further. The length of the stele's body was almost as long as the wingspan of a Boeing 747 airplane. This comparison underscores not only the immense size, but also the bold engineering ambitions of the Ming dynasty, paralleling the monumental constructions of other ancient civilizations like the Egyptians and Romans. The project at the Yangshan Quarry faced insurmountable logistical nightmares, leading to its eventual abandonment after the Yongle Emperor's death. The primary challenge was transporting the immense stone the 10 kilometers to the Ming Xiaoling mausoleum. Despite the large labor force and advanced engineering of the time, the task proved beyond the capabilities of the era's transportation technologies. Investigations have unearthed a variety of traditional tools used at the Yangshan Quarry, including chisels, hammers, and levers. These tools, crafted from iron, were used in a meticulously organized manner to extract and shape the gargantuan stones. Complementing these tools were sophisticated techniques. For instance, workers likely employed a method known as fire setting. which involved heating the rock surface with fire and then dousing it with cold water to create thermal shock and crack the stone. Such methods highlight the ingenuity of the labourers in overcoming the challenges posed by the quarry's massive scale. The layout of the Yangshan Quarry revealed much about the organisation of labour and resources. Large teams of workers were coordinated in a way that suggests a highly structured approach, possibly under the supervision of imperial engineers. This organisation was essential for the execution of such a monumental project. The coordination and resource management at the site were crucial in attempting to bring the Yongle Emperor's grand vision to life, even though the project ultimately proved too ambitious to complete. The Yangshan Quarry is a site of technological marvels, where advanced techniques and intriguing speculations abound. The enormous stones quarried here, some of the largest ever in human history, show a level of precision in cutting and shaping that suggests extremely advanced methods. Given the size and weight of the stones, over 16,250 metric tons for just the main body of the stele, standard techniques of the time would likely have been insufficient. Historians and archaeologists speculate that ancient Chinese engineers might have utilized now lost techniques to facilitate their monumental tasks.
It was really laborious, the job of many laborious, industrious, and endless Chinese people there.
These could have included specialized cutting tools, measurement systems for exact angles and flat surfaces, and unique methods for splitting stone from rock beds without causing it to crack entirely. The precision with which these stones were quarried and shaped indicates a sophisticated integration of various fields of knowledge, including geometry, physics, and materials science, highlighting a highly developed technological culture. Comparisons with Roman engineering further illuminate the ingenuity at Yangshan. Roman engineers revolutionized construction with hydraulic cement and the extensive use of arches, vaults, and domes, enabling them to build enduring structures like the Pantheon and the aqueducts. They mastered the use of available resources and adapted their engineering solutions to diverse conditions across their vast empire. Similarly, the engineers at Yangshan may have developed unique methods for managing the quarrying of such massive stones. This might have involved intricate lever systems to maximize mechanical advantage, or even early forms of cranes powered by large human teams or animals. Both civilizations demonstrated an understanding of leverage and load distribution. Roman cranes and capstans were used for lifting heavy weights, while similar principles could have been applied in Yangshan for moving large stone blocks. One hypothesized technique that might have been used at Yangshan is the use of water to aid in transporting these massive stones. By creating a series of canals and using buoyancy, the engineers could have significantly reduced the effective weight of the stones, making them easier to maneuver over large distances. The timing of the quarry work might have been strategically planned around the seasons. For instance, the engineers could have taken advantage of frozen ground during winter to move heavy stones more easily, a technique seen in other historical contexts such as the transport of large stones for medieval cathedrals in Europe. Additionally, large wooden structures and complex systems of ropes and pulleys could have played a crucial role in lifting and setting stones. The durability and flexibility of bamboo, widely available in China, would have been particularly useful for creating temporary frameworks and scaffolding. In traditional Chinese culture, the spiritual world often intertwines with the physical, and many ancient construction projects are shrouded in tales of omens and divine messages. At Yangshan, local legends suggest that the project to erect the massive stele was halted by supernatural forces. Stories persist that strange and ominous signs appeared during the quarrying, which local workers and officials interpreted as warnings from the heavens. These signs dissuaded them from continuing the project, fearing disaster or bad luck. These tales might be symbolic expressions of the workers' fears and the practical difficulties they faced, projected onto supernatural explanations. This is a common cultural phenomenon throughout human history when people encounter seemingly insurmountable challenges. The idea of supernatural interference provided a culturally acceptable explanation for the project's abandonment, reflecting the deep-seated beliefs of the time. Another intriguing theory posits that the layout and orientation of the quarry and the stele were deliberately aligned with celestial bodies or important astronomical events. This draws parallels to other ancient sites like Stonehenge in England or the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, known for their significant astronomical alignments used for religious, ceremonial, or calendar marking purposes.
Imagine a civilization capable of constructing massive stone structures with such precision that even modern engineers are left baffled.
God knows how anybody got it up there at 14,000 feet above sea. I could even breathe at 14,000 feet above sea level.
Welcome to Tiwanaku and Puma Punku, ancient sites near Lake Titicaca in Bolivia that have sparked intense debate and fascination. Were the Tiwanaku people wielders of advanced technology, or is there something more mysterious at play in these enigmatic ruins?
Tiwanaku is a very controversial site, and archaeologists would like it not to be much more than 2,000 years old.
Dive into the mysteries of these ancient marvels and explore the theories that challenge our understanding of pre-Columbian history. Tiwanaku is an ancient archaeological site situated near Lake Titicaca in western Bolivia. This site was the heart of the Tiwanaku Empire, a highly advanced civilization that thrived between 300 AD and 1000 AD. Renowned for their impressive architectural and engineering achievements, the Tiwanaku people developed intricate agricultural systems and maintained extensive trade networks that stretched across South America. Their civilization is considered one of the most significant pre-Columbian cultures in the region, leaving a legacy that continues to captivate historians and archaeologists.
The handiwork of humans is clearly evident in this site.
The first European accounts of Tiwanaku came from Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century. Chroniclers like Pedro Chiesa de León provided early descriptions of the monumental ruins they encountered, speculating about the origins of these impressive structures. These initial reports highlighted the grandeur and mystery of Tiwanaku, sparking curiosity and interest in the site for centuries to come. In the late 19th century, the first detailed studies of Tiwanaku began to take shape. American archaeologist and diplomat Ephraim George Squire visited the site in 877, meticulously documenting the ruins through detailed descriptions and drawings. His work provided valuable insights into the architectural complexity of Tiwanaku. Around the same time, French explorer Charles Wiener also documented the site, contributing further to the growing body of knowledge about this ancient civilization. These early efforts laid the foundation for ongoing research, ensuring that Tiwanaku remains a vital subject of archaeological study and discovery.
We're going to see more physical evidence for this, more as time goes by.
The key structures and features of Tiwanaku are as fascinating as they are monumental. One of the most significant structures at the site is the Akapana Pyramid. This large, terraced mound stands approximately 16.5 meters high and spans a base area of around 200 meters by 250 meters. The pyramid's design is thought to emulate a sacred mountain, reflecting the religious and cultural importance placed on such natural formations. To prevent water damage and erosion, a sophisticated drainage system was integrated into the pyramid. This system included a network of stone-lined channels and underground conduits that efficiently diverted rainwater away from the structure, showcasing the advanced engineering skills of the Tiwanaku people. The pyramid's terraces were constructed using a combination of large stone blocks and compacted earth. The stone blocks were precisely cut and fitted together without the use of mortar, demonstrating the builder's high level of craftsmanship. Another remarkable feature at Tiwanaku is the Kalasaya complex, a large rectangular enclosure surrounded by high stone walls. The enclosure measures approximately 130 meters by 120 meters. Within the Kalasaya complex stands the famous Gateway of the Sun, a massive monolithic archway carved from a single block of andesite stone. The Gateway of the Sun is about 3 meters high and 4 meters wide, with an estimated weight of 10 tons. The intricate carvings on the gateway include depictions of deities and astronomical symbols believed to be related to the Tiwanaku calendar and cosmology. These carvings highlight the Tiwanaku people's advanced understanding of astronomy and their integration of celestial events into their religious practices.
There's curious astronomical alignments at Tiwanaku. The site was aligned to the summer solstice in 10,500 BC.
Equally impressive is the semi-subterranean temple, an imposing sunken courtyard measuring about 28.5 meters by 26 meters. One of the most distinctive features of this temple is the collection of carved stone heads embedded in its walls. These heads protrude from the walls at various heights and angles, representing a diverse array of facial features. Some scholars suggest that these heads symbolize different ethnic groups or important individuals, reflecting the Tiwanaku civilization's diversity and social complexity. Similarly fascinating is Pumapunku, another marvel of the Tiwanaku civilization. Pumapunku was known to Spanish explorers in the 16th century, just like the main Tiwanaku site. However, it wasn't until the 20th century that modern archaeological efforts brought significant scholarly attention to Pumapunku. Systematic excavations and studies began in earnest in the mid-20th century, revealing the site's unique architectural style and the mysterious techniques used in its construction. The stone blocks at Pumapunku are particularly renowned for their extraordinary precision. The primary materials used are andesite and sandstone, both known for their durability and hardness. The stones are cut with such exactitude that the joints between them are virtually invisible, so precise that even a razor blade cannot fit between the stones. The exact methods used to cut and shape the stones at Pumapunku remain a topic of debate and fascination. Several theories have been proposed to explain the precision and complexity of the stonework. One prevalent theory is that the Tiwanaku people used metal tools made from bronze or copper alloys. These metals are capable of cutting softer stones, but the hardness of andesite presents a significant challenge. However, evidence of bronze and copper tools at other Tiwanaku sites supports this theory. Some stones show marks consistent with the use of chisels or other cutting tools, suggesting that the builders had access to and effectively utilized metal tools. Another theory posits the use of abrasive materials like sand and water to cut and shape the stones. This technique involves rubbing sand and water against the stone's surface to gradually wear it down, potentially explaining the smooth surfaces and precise angles observed at Pumapunku. Large grinding stones could have been used to smooth and polish the stone surfaces after the initial cutting, further contributing to the precise fit of the blocks. Some researchers propose that the Tiwanaku civilization possessed advanced technologies or techniques that have since been lost. This theory suggests they might have had knowledge of sophisticated methods or tools that we do not fully understand today. A fringe theory, popularized by some alternative history proponents, suggests that extraterrestrial beings assisted the Tiwanaku people in constructing Pumapunku.
Some people think that the answer is extraterrestrial visitors. I don't think that's the answer, but who knows?
While this theory captures the imagination, it is not supported by mainstream archaeology and remains speculative. One of the most iconic features of Pumapunku is the presence of H-shaped blocks. These blocks are a testament to the advanced engineering and architectural skills of the Tiwanaku civilization. The H-shaped blocks interlock in a modular fashion, suggesting they were designed to fit together in a specific configuration. This modularity indicates a highly planned and sophisticated approach to construction. The H-blocks vary in size, but many are approximately 1 meter high and wide, with a depth of about half a meter. Each block weighs several tons, with some of the largest estimated to weigh over 10 tons. Creating these H-blocks would have required advanced stone-cutting techniques. The precise angles and smooth surfaces indicate a high degree of craftsmanship, pointing to the use of advanced tools or methods. Another fascinating aspect of Pumapunku is the transportation of its massive stone blocks. Some of these blocks weigh over 100 tons and were transported from quarries located several kilometers away. One widely accepted theory is that the Tiwanaku people used wooden sleds to transport the large stone blocks. These sleds could have been pulled by large groups of workers, leveraging human muscle power. The use of log rollers beneath the sleds could have facilitated the movement of the heavy stones. As the sled moved forward, workers would have placed logs in front of it, continuously rolling the sled over the logs. Given the absence of large domesticated draft animals in the region during that period, it is more likely that large teams of workers, organized and coordinated, performed the task using simple machines like levers and inclined planes to aid in lifting and moving the massive stones. The Tiwanaku civilization likely mobilized a substantial labor force, with coordinated efforts similar to those used in other ancient construction projects, such as the building of the Egyptian pyramids. Some theories propose that Lake Titicaca, which was larger and closer to the site during the time of the Tiwanaku civilization, could have been used to transport the stones by rafts. This method would have involved floating the stones across the lake before moving them overland for the final leg of the journey. The use of earthen ramps is another plausible theory. Ramps could have been built to gradually elevate the stones to their intended positions. This method would have required significant labor and planning, but is consistent with techniques used by other ancient civilizations. Simple machines such as levers and pulleys could have been employed to lift and position the stones. These tools, combined with ramps, would have allowed the Tiwanaku builders to achieve the precise placement required for their structures. The precision stonework at Pumapunku is often compared to the masonry of the Egyptian pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza. Constructed around 2580 to 2560 BCE, the Great Pyramid consists of millions of limestone blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons. The precision of the blocks and the alignment of the pyramid with celestial bodies reflect advanced engineering and architectural knowledge. Similar to the Great Pyramid, Pumapunku's stone blocks are meticulously cut and perfectly fitted together. The precision seen in both sites suggests a high level of planning and execution, pointing to the possibility that both civilizations had advanced knowledge of construction techniques and tools, although the exact methods remain debated. Discovered in 2001 by a team of paleontologists led by Dr. Sarah Johnson from the University of Montana, this significant find was actually stumbled upon by accident. The team had been investigating a nearby site known for its dinosaur fossils. On their way back to base camp after a long day of excavation, one of the team members, Dr. Mark Stevens, noticed an unusual rock formation partially exposed on a hillside. Upon closer inspection, they realized they had uncovered an extraordinary fossil-rich formation. Located within the Judith River Formation in the state of Montana, the Sage Wall sits in a region known for its abundant deposits of late Cretaceous fossils. The exact coordinates of the Sage Wall are kept confidential to protect the site from vandalism and unauthorized fossil collecting, but it is situated near the Missouri River. This picturesque backdrop adds to the allure of this significant paleontological site.
If you're in the area or you want to see something which is mind-blowing, come to this site.
Absolutely.
This is incredible.
The Sage Wall dates back approximately 75 million years to the late Cretaceous period, an era characterized by a warm climate, high sea levels, and the dominance of dinosaurs on land. During this time, the area that is now Montana was part of the Western Interior Seaway, a vast inland sea that split North America into two landmasses, Laramidia to the west and Appalachia to the east. This seaway played a crucial role in the geological and ecological dynamics of the region. This natural rock formation is primarily composed of sandstone and mudstone, which were formed through the deposition of ancient river sediments over millions of years. These sediments were carried by ancient rivers and streams from nearby mountainous regions, accumulating in layers that were eventually compressed and cemented into solid rock through the process known as lithification. The Sage Wall itself is an impressive geological structure, standing approximately 50 feet high and extending about 200 feet in length. The individual stones within the wall vary greatly in size, with some large blocks weighing several tons. These massive stones were likely transported by powerful ancient river systems, moved by significant water flows during periods of heavy rainfall or seasonal flooding. This site is particularly noted for its high concentration of dinosaur fossils. Additionally, the site has yielded significant plant fossils, providing insights into the ancient ecosystem of the late Cretaceous period. Key discoveries include a nearly complete juvenile hadrosaur skeleton and a small theropod with evidence of feathers, offering valuable information on dinosaur diversity, behavior, and evolution. The Sage Wall, while impressive in its structure, is a result of natural geological processes rather than human construction. The orderly deposition of sediments and the presence of natural cementing minerals align with known natural geological activity over millions of years, emphasizing its natural origin. While the Sage Wall's impressive structure might suggest a man-made or even mythical origin, such as being built by giants, all evidence points to it being a natural formation.
It could simply be totally natural, a freak of nature, so to speak. But part of me, when I first look at it, that gut impression is like, oh, come on, this has to be more than just natural.
The layering, composition, and fossil inclusions within the wall align with known geological processes that occur over millions of years. The orderly deposition of sediments and the presence of natural cementing minerals indicate that the wall is a product of natural geological activity rather than human or mythical intervention. The Sage Wall is famous for its hadrosaur fossils, which include numerous bones and teeth. This specimen, along with others, underscores the importance of the Sage Wall as a window into the past, offering a detailed look at the ancient life that once thrived in what is now Montana. The Sage Wall has also yielded fossils of horned dinosaurs, such as ceratopsians. These fossils include skull fragments, horns, and teeth, offering insights into the anatomy and behavior of these herbivorous dinosaurs. The discovery of theropod fossils, including relatives of Tyrannosaurus rex, has added to the site's significance. These fossils include bones and teeth, which help scientists understand the predatory habits and evolutionary relationships of these carnivorous dinosaurs. One of the most exciting discoveries at the Sage Wall is the fossilized remains of a small theropod dinosaur with evidence of feathers. This find has contributed to the understanding of the evolution of feathers and their role in dinosaur physiology and behavior. Additionally, plant fossils found at the Sage Wall include well-preserved leaves, seeds, and petrified wood. During the late Cretaceous, the area where the Sage Wall is located was a lush, subtropical environment with rivers, forests, and abundant wildlife. This contrasts sharply with the semi-arid climate of modern-day Montana. The region supported a diverse range of plant life, including conifers, ferns, and flowering plants, which provided food and shelter for a variety of herbivorous and carnivorous dinosaurs. An interesting comparison can be made between the Sage Wall and the famous Dinosaur Provincial Park in Alberta, Canada. Both sites are rich in late Cretaceous fossils and provide valuable insights into the ecosystems of that time. However, while Dinosaur Provincial Park is known for its wide variety of dinosaur species, the Sage Wall is particularly noted for its exceptionally well-preserved fossils and the evidence of possible nesting sites. Another fascinating comparison is with the Hell Creek Formation, also located in Montana. Both sites are rich in late Cretaceous fossils and provide valuable insights into the ecosystems of that time. While the Hell Creek Formation is known for its diverse array of dinosaur species, including the iconic Tyrannosaurus rex and Triceratops, the Sage Wall stands out for its exceptional fossil preservation and the potential evidence of dinosaur nesting sites. This comparison highlights the unique contributions of each site to paleontology. One intriguing theory arising from the study of the Sage Wall is that the area may have been a nesting ground for certain dinosaur species. Evidence supporting this theory includes the discovery of nesting sites, eggshell fragments, and juvenile dinosaur fossils. The presence of these fossils suggests that the Sage Wall region provided a suitable environment for raising young, with abundant vegetation for food and protection from predators. This theory offers valuable insights into the reproductive behavior and life cycles of dinosaurs during the late Cretaceous period. This leads us to another fascinating paleontological site, Dinosaur Provincial Park in Alberta, Canada. Located about 48 kilometers northeast of the town of Brooks, the park sits within the Red Deer River Valley, known for its striking Badlands topography. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979, the park is celebrated for its outstanding paleontological significance, scenic landscapes, and diverse ecosystem. The rock formations in Dinosaur Provincial Park date back to the late Cretaceous period, approximately 75 to 77 million years ago, marking the tail end of the age of dinosaurs. The park features a variety of sedimentary rock layers, including sandstones, shales, and mudstones. These layers were deposited by ancient rivers and deltas, creating a rich tapestry of geological history. With over 500 dinosaur specimens removed and displayed in museums worldwide, Dinosaur Provincial Park is one of the richest dinosaur fossil locales on the planet. The park has yielded fossils from over 40 different species of dinosaurs, representing a broad range of the dinosaur clade, including both herbivorous and carnivorous dinosaurs. In addition to dinosaurs, the park has provided fossils of other prehistoric creatures, including fish, turtles, and early mammals. Plant fossils are also abundant, offering insights into the ancient ecosystems that once thrived in the region. During the late Cretaceous, the area that is now Dinosaur Provincial Park was a lush, subtropical environment with rivers, lakes, and floodplains, supporting a diverse range of plant and animal life. The climate during the late Cretaceous was warmer and more humid than today, contributing to the rich biodiversity of the region. One of the most remarkable features of Dinosaur Provincial Park is its extensive bone beds. These areas contain large numbers of dinosaur bones, often representing mass mortality events. The Centrosaurus bone bed, for example, contains the remains of hundreds of individuals, providing a snapshot of a moment in time and offering an incredible window into the past.